Hi there, welcome back. Hi there, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I'm so excited that you're here. If you are a weekly listener and you listen to every episode, you may have noticed that we didn't put out a new episode last week, and that's just because I had like zero voice. I'm still getting over a sickness, but it's much better. So, in today's episode, we are diving into a behind the scenes type episode of what it looks like to work with us at the Savvy Podcast Agency. So, if you're looking to outsource either your podcast launch or your monthly management and you want to learn more about the process, then stay tuned because this episode is for you. So, I'm not going to talk about what happens before you end up saying yes to working with us because that's kind of standard and similar to most other people's processes. But I'm going to share with you what I'm going to share with you today is our specific podcast process that every podcast client of the Savvy Podcast Agency gets to experience. So first, let's start with the podcast launch process because that makes the most sense in my mind. All right. So after you sign on to be a client of ours, then you get like an in-depth questionnaire where we dive really deep into your business, your podcast idea, your target audience for your business and your podcast, if they're different, and so much more stuff. And you'll also receive some information on different podcast equipment that we recommend you checking out and purchasing. We provide you with some recording tips and tricks and a lot of other good things that you need to know before launching your podcast. So after you filled out the form, and submitted it to us, then you will get a link to book your kickoff call with us. During this call, we'll go over your questionnaire and make sure that we have a very thorough understanding of your business and your podcast idea so we can really be the best person to support you. We'll go over any expectations that we have for you in addition to the launch timeline that we have mapped out for you, and you'll get the chance to ask us any questions that you may have. After the kickoff call, you will start working on your deliverables. So that means you'll be recording your intro and outro, recording your trailer, and tackling recording for those first 3 episodes. And then we will get started on your cover art based on the brand colors that you submitted to us in the onboarding process. Once you've approved your cover art, then our designer gets started on your graphic templates for your episodes and any additional launch graphics that you can share to tease the podcast before it launches. We usually give you around 2 to 3 weeks to get your intro, outro, trailer, and your first 3 episodes done. And then we'll get your trailer, intro, outro first. We'll edit those and we'll return them back to you so you can review them and let us know your thoughts. And then once you have your launch episodes recorded, we will work on editing those and you'll get the chance to review them to make sure that you are 150% satisfied with them. And then from there, we move on to writing your show notes and your show description for your trailer and launch episodes. Around week 3, we usually hop on a call to talk about marketing your launch and make sure you're prepared to tease your show and get people to go listen to the trailer and rate and review prior to the launch. Once we've got your approval on all the things, show notes, episodes, all the different things, then we will set up your podcast host. We'll upload your trailer and syndicate your trailer to all of the platforms. Then in the 2 weeks leading up to your launch, you'll be in tease mode while we're putting the finishing touches on everything. About a week before your launch, you're going to drop your trailer and share it with your audience and encourage them to subscribe and listen to the trailer and get really hyped about the upcoming launch. On launch day, we will celebrate with you and you will see your hard work come to fruition. We'll keep you updated throughout the day on your stats and celebrate every little milestone with you. And then from there, if you enjoyed working with us, you can stick around for a monthly management, or we can offboard you and you can handle your monthly management process on your own. And the process that I just outlined is for a typical 4 to 6 weeks launch. However, we do offer a VIP week launch, which is very expedited. So you would already come to the week with your stuff recorded, then we would just handle deliverables during that week. So that is that. So you'll be able to pick if you want to do the more expedited VIP week or the typical 4 to 6 weeks timeline. Both of them are great options. It just depends on your budget, how soon you want to launch, and that kind of stuff. So those are the two options we have for podcast launches. Now let's talk about the monthly management process. So the monthly management process isn't as shiny as the launch process, but it will still save you hours each month. So once you sign on to work with us and filled out your podcast questionnaire, where we get to go deep with your business, podcast, and goals for the show, we're going to conduct an audit of your show and bring our findings to your kickoff call. So on the call, we'll go over our findings. We'll give you suggestions on how to improve your podcast. And some of the suggestions we bring will be things that we are already planning on implementing for you, while others will be things you as the host can implement. So we'll let you know both of those things. After the call and the audit has wrapped, then we will get to work behind the scenes, editing your audio, creating your show notes, audiograms and videograms, connecting with your guest, and all other things that go into managing a podcast. So basically, all you're going to be responsible for is showing up and recording your episodes. And we're going to be handling pretty much everything else, which is so handy and nice. It takes so much time off your plate. And we save our clients a minimum of 15 hours a month, but it's usually more like 20 to 30 hours per month on average if you have a weekly show, which is a lot of time, honestly, at the end of the day. So think about all the things you could get done if you had just 20 or even 30 more hours a month. Honestly, lots of things. That's almost a full week of work if you are working a full 40 hours. So much can get done in an extra 20 to 30 hours a month, honestly. Just think about it. If getting help with your podcast launch or your monthly management process sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love to chat with you. You can shoot me a DM. You can shoot me a DM on Instagram to @Savvy Podcast Agency, or you can send me an email to jenny@savvypodcastagency.com, and we can chat about how our team can help you take your podcast to the next level. My DMs and inbox are always open for you. Even if you just have a question about podcasting, I'm more than happy to help. I look forward to chatting with you. Okay, that's it for today's episode. If you want to check out the show notes for this episode and learn more about how you can work with us at the Savvy Podcast Agency, head to savvypodcastingforentrepreneurs.com/episode-270, and I will see you in the next episode.